Hey guys, how are you? I am Chary. For those of you who are watching on the replay, thank you guys so much. For those of you who are watching for the first time, allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Chary. I am the founder of Emerald Girl Chronicles. Not only is that a blog, but that is a company that is geared towards helping women not only love the clothes that they wear, but the body that wears them. So I specialize in style and self-love because I believe that a strong sense of style starts with a strong sense of self. My blog is egchronicles.com. I am all over social media either as Emerald Girl Chronicles or EG Chronicles. Either one, you'll see me and my lovely face pop up. I am a personal stylist, a style educator, and I cover all things beauty, how to look beautiful from the inside out, how to feel beautiful from the inside out. And me believing in a strong sense of style, starting with a strong sense of self, is no coincidence because I believe that it starts with the mind. Everything starts with your mindset. If you are mentally shackled, everything else will be shackled too. So today I'm talking about unlocking your mind to unleash your confidence. We cannot have any style talk unless we also talk about the confidence that accompanies it. So we're going to unleash your confidence by unlocking your mind. Thank you for joining me, Atika. I really do appreciate it. And if you all out there like this conversation and the many others like it, please feel free to share, to like, to comment. I am here specifically for you. It is just to serve you as best as I can. And part of that is understanding what you need and how you need it so I can meet that need. Now, this title came after looking at a picture. And it is a very simple picture. It's very profound. It is a picture of an animal. I believe it's a donkey. A donkey with a leash on its neck, and the leash handle is on the ground and underneath a chair peg. And it is profound because it is very clear to the person looking at this picture and looking at this animal that it could easily walk away. It could easily run away and be completely free to do whatever it wants. But it's also obvious that it's not walking away, that it's staying put because it mentally believes and it has been conditioned to believe that it cannot walk away, that it is literally tied to something. And we often do the same thing, especially women. We are often locked in our own mind because we're locked to things that we think appears to be greater than we are. And when you do that, you lock yourself out of potential, you lock yourself out of growth, you lock yourself out of success. That manifests itself in every aspect of your life when you are mentally locked down. it presents itself first in your appearance. First in your appearance. Once you have that mentality, your disposition and your appearance are the first things that give a key clue into what you feel or how you're locked into yourself. So that presents itself by thinking, I'm going to hide because I'm ashamed, or I know that I can't, or these different abilities I don't have, or I'm comparing. So if I can't be this, I'm just not going to be anything at all. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Inaction is still failure. That's the title for tomorrow. You think that hiding, you think that locking into yourself, locking into the things that you believe is going to protect you somehow. It's going to help you avoid failure or embarrassment. No, it just augments it. Because when you're mentally locked into the things that are lesser than you and locked into the thinking that they are greater than you, you stop yourself from growth. You will never believe that you can truly be any better, and therefore you will not do any better. You will be tied to that chair. You will be tied to those thoughts that keep you bound. You will be tied to those things. Thank you for joining me, Marita46. I'm talking about unleashing your confidence by unlocking your mind. And I gave the analogy of the donkey that is quote unquote tied to the chair. And it's this picture, you can go Google it, where this donkey is tied to a chair and it thinks it can't move because it's been conditioned to. It mentally has been conditioned to believe it can't move. But to the person looking at it, it's like, You can walk away, you can run away, you can be as free as you want to. It has been trained to believe otherwise, and we do the same thing. We are trained to believe that we should hide, apologize, and not believe in and for our own greatness. And once you unlock these things, you can then unlock your confidence. Confidence is just a residual of what you believe. It is residual matter of what you already know to be true. When you know your value and you know your worth, there is no compromise on it. There are no contingencies. There are no buts. There are only ands. I'm cute and I'm fly. I'm worth it and you know it. It's not any buts. There are no contingencies upon your own greatness. But first, that starts right here in the noggin. You have to believe that for yourself. For those of you who are just joining me, I am Chary, a personal stylist and a style educator. Yes, please swipe and share. Thank you for that, Atika. I am a blogger at Emerald Girl Chronicles. I love green because green represents growth. It represents renewal. It represents abundance. And I want you to have abundance. I want you to accept all of those things about you that you think are terrible. They are not terrible. You just haven't learned to accept them and use them to the best of their ability. I used to think that my lips were too big and I would hide them and I would never, try to augment. I would try to hide them. I would try to, cover my mouth when I laughed. That and because I had a gap. It's a family thing. It's in my genes. But I had to come to terms with it's very unique. And what I don't want, people are paying thousands of dollars for. I need to accept the beauty that is there. I need to accept me. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of what makes me me. It's a part of what draws people into me. And it's a part of my own physical beauty that is just an extension of my spirit. And that is beautiful too. And as soon as I unlocked from what other people thought of it, if they thought it was too much, too little, too soon, too late, too this, too that, I had to ask myself, is it enough for me? What is it worth to me? If it's just enough for me, I don't care that it's appraised as something different to someone else. I unlocked my mind. I took my leash off of that chair and I ran away. I didn't walk, I ran. So I want you to be like that. I want you to not be like that donkey in that picture. That donkey is just sitting there waiting. You can tell it's just tired of standing. It's tired of just doing the same thing, being in that place, being tied to that chair. We don't know where the owner is, but we do know that the donkey can easily walk away. You can easily walk away from the things that bind you, that you think bind you, because they don't. You have so much power. And I hate to use this word, but it's true. You have so much potential. And you can realize your own potential. Potential unrealized is still potential. A wish without action is going to forever be a wish instead of a goal accomplished. And I want you to embrace the growth, the prosperity, the confidence. Having confidence starts with having a strong sense of self. If you don't know your worth, anybody can come up to you and price you. Anybody can come up to you and tell you what you are worth, and you're going to believe them. Anybody can tie you to that chair like they tied that donkey and make you believe that that is where you're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to do. You are free to do any and everything that you want to do. You are free to be happy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to love on yourself. You deserve to represent your best self every single day. Part of that is unlocking your mind. And if you don't know how to unlock your mind, come talk to me. bit.ly/letstalkboo. It is absolutely free. Just come talk to me so we can figure out how to unleash your mind. bit.ly/letstalkboo. That's it. Trying to figure it out on your own has not worked. Doing the things that you are doing now, got a question. How does that work for you, honey? Something tells me that it has not worked very well for you. You don't have that confidence. Yes, thank you for that bit.ly link. Understanding that it is all about unlocking your mental chains. There are so many people, like how many times have you looked at somebody's situation like, you know you can walk away. You know you can do better. You know that the situation ain't worth it. You know that you're better than the situation. Like, why do they stay there? It's still that donkey tied to the chair syndrome. You think that you are less powerful than you are. And that comes from a source of lack of knowledge, lack of knowledge about you, lack of awareness about you. When you know your worth, it is non-negotiable. There is not a human alive that can tell me that I am ugly, and I believe it. There's nobody, not a single person on this planet can tell me that I'm ugly. Not a single person on this planet can tell me a different worth. Yes, lack of knowledge and lack of awareness. And you can get that now. bit.ly/LETSTALKBOO. All one word. That's it. Understanding the power of your mind and the power of you is the key to unlocking all of those things that bind you, that you think bind you. That's the key, that you think bind you. You are using your mind to bind yourself. And when you realize that there is so much out there that you can do, there is so much out there that you can accomplish, but when you don't believe in you, others don't believe in you. It is very, very telling. Confidence or lack thereof is very telling. Yes, you bind yourself with your own thoughts. How many things are there that you want to do that literally you have stopped yourself from doing? I mean, I wanted to eat an extra piece of cake today. I didn't let that stop me. But in all seriousness, I want you guys to understand that there is a thought process that stops you from action. There is something out there that stops you from doing this. It's you. It's your fear. It's your belief that you can't do it. It's your belief that you don't want to bring more attention to yourself. Inaction brings enough attention. It's like you could be doing all of this, but you decide not to. Time is something that we cannot get back. We can't get back time. Once this day is gone, it's gone. It is. Ask yourself every day that you wake up, what am I doing to realize my own greatness? What am I doing to leave a legacy of greatness for those after me? What am I doing to understand my greatness for myself? It can be the small things. It doesn't have to be anything major. It can be as simple as saying yes more than you say no to the things that you know and love. You want to take a day for yourself. You know you got all these responsibilities, but you need some peace of mind. Do that. If you know you should be dressing better, do that. If you know that you should be taking better care of yourself, do that. Think about someone else that you love dearly. I know a lot of you out there are mothers. A lot of you out there are mothers. Would you want your child to think of themselves the way that you think of you? Would you want them to stop themselves like you stop you? Would you want them to not do the things that they know they can do like you do? They want the same thing for you. They want you to be your very best self. They want the best for you. Why don't you want the best for you? I think about Laverne Cox, and she was doing this scene, I think in the Mindy Project, or Mindy, what's her name? Mindy somebody, I forget her name. And she was making her look in the mirror and asking her, would you say these things to your best friend? She was like, oh no, that's horrible. Well, why are you saying it to yourself? You are your best friend. Your best friend is you. Think about the people that you love. If you don't want it for them, you shouldn't want it for yourself. You should want to be the best you that you can possibly be. Unlock your mind. The way that you do that is by a knowledge and understanding of you, your personality, your essence, and the body that you are in. Knowing that. And then once you know that, no one can question it. Nobody can take you to a chair and tie you to it. because you know you are more powerful. You know you are more worth it. You have a purpose now. You cannot have a purpose without a source and knowing what that source is. Do you know your source? Do you accept your source? Are you using your source? If not, you got to ask yourself, when am I going to? I talked about this in another scope. Instead of doing one day I'm going to do this, it's day one. This is day one. Day one of you choosing to be better. Day one of you choosing to look better. Day one of you choosing to act better. Do things in your best interest. When you know yourself and you know exactly what you want to do and who you want to be and who you are right now, you have a purpose. I am a firm believer. There are few things, yes, this is day one. There are few things in this world that are truly complicated. And the complicated things are just an accumulation of simpler things. When you complicate something, you are clouding the clarity. Ask yourself the simple questions. What am I doing to make myself better? What am I doing today that my tomorrow me will thank me for? What am I doing today that will allow my future self to say, woo, I'm glad I started that back then because it has saved me a world of trouble, a world of harm. What are you doing today? Choose you first. Choose your freedom first, and then the confidence will come. It's just residuals of knowing who you are and knowing your worth. If you do not know that, bit.ly, let's talk, boo. I want to talk to y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just talking about recognizing your worth, recognizing your value, so that you know when someone else is trying to devalue you. Is someone's trying to praise you for a little less than you're worth. You become offended, like, I know you ain't just come to me with that foolishness. But when you don't know, you accept anything because you're trying to figure it out. It starts with you. It doesn't start with what someone else thinks of you. I can keep going about this, but I want to let you guys know that if you want to talk to me, I am Chary. I am a blogger of Emerald Girl Chronicles, a blog about style and self-growth and self-love. I'm also a personal style educator and a self-love warrior because I believe a strong sense of style starts with a strong sense of self. And Sally and I, my co-hosts, are here every single day, 1 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. I forgot to change her clothes, job. But we are here every day, 1 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. to give you guys our very best so that you can be your very best. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to say bye to Periscope first. I'm coming to you Facebook Live very soon. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will be back here at 5:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 Eastern, and I thank you so much for watching me. Mwah. Bye, Periscope.